Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. This is Michael, coming to you from Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport.
Passengers bus is coming.
Hope y'all are doing well tonight. We are heading out of Detroit and heading down to Dallas Love Field for some DHL cargo ops today. So glad to have you on board. We're just getting cargo loaded onto the aircraft. Let's go ahead and jump in real quick. Get the rest of our pre-flight done. We need to go ahead and file our flight plan, get our squawk code, and we are Swift Flight 1319 today. Off the block, it's 2304. We'll put 2330. Altitude 38,000 feet. Sport 88 KDAL. Like our alternative Shreveport KSHV. Flight time is about 2.5 hours. We have runway 22 left departure on the Sanders 3 RNAV departure TORRR transition, and then it'll be the, I don't know if it's Hybel 3 or Hillbilly or something like that. But Hybel, I'm just to say Hybel 3 RNAV arrival CAMAL transition into Love Field. All right, got our flight plan filed, and we're squawking 5703. And squawk ident. Trim is 5.37 units. Looks about right there. Okay, auto throttles off, flight directors are turned on. Indicated airspeed is V2 plus 15. Heading is set, 215 as well. Or it's supposed to be 161. 215 is the heading. Altitude, we're flight level 380 today. brakes to RTO, parking brake is set, common nav radios are set, transponder is set. Oxygen tested 100%, nav transfer display normal and auto, window heat is on, pressurization mode is on auto, flight instruments are set, parking brake set, engine start levers to cut off. Pre-flight checklists are complete. And it looks like the last of the cargo's going on board the plane. I noticed when I was testing the other day on the now deleted live stream that I did using the DHL 737 that I noticed that it wasn't yellow enough, so I had to adjust the saturation settings a little bit to fix that. So it looks a little bit more like the natural yellow that a DHL plane would be. So go ahead and close up the doors this time. Watch the door go down. Let's go ahead and fire up the APU. Got a good light off on the APU. Wait for the generator to kick in, and we'll go ahead and turn the generator on. And we'll be ready to get this party started. Go ahead and remove the chocks, disconnect our ground power. Go ahead and request for our pushback and departure. And it'll be a short taxi over to runway 22 left. Just we'll push back onto Zulu, straight up Zulu to Zulu 10.
Checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
And we're going to go with the nose to the left, excuse me, nose to the right, tail to the left.
Locking gear.
Pushback and before engine start checklists. Flight deck doors are closed and locked. Fuel, 24,300 pounds on board. Passenger signs are on and auto. Windows are locked. CD pre-flight's complete. Rudder aileron trim free and 0. MCP setup V2 plus 15 is 161. Heading of 215. Flight level 380. VREFs are 134. 134, 146.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Anti-collision lights on. APU start switches on. APU generators are on. Ground power is disconnected. Packs off. APU bleeds off. And we'll go ahead and start engine number 2. Then engine number 1. Starting engine number 2. Good rotation on the N2. 20%. Fuel's coming on. So I modded my Detroit scenery a little bit, as you can see here. Fixed the cargo area to throw some containers and shipping containers and stuff there, because the real Detroit airport actually does have that, but the model, or the
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
the actual cargo area didn't have that, so starter switch disengaged, starting engine number 1. Good rotation on the N2, good fuel flow, good oil pressure, oil temperatures coming up. And fuel coming on. And good ignition on engine number 1.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Starter switch is disconnected.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, after start checklist, generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice not required, isolation valve is on auto. Engine start switches to continuous. Taxi lights are on, runway turnoff lights are on. Recall is checked. Auto brake set to RTO. Flight controls are checked. After start checklist is complete. We are ready for taxi. Got the all clear from our ground person. We'll go ahead and taxi out. We'll get this flight started. Metro Ground Swift Flight 1319 taxiing runway 22 left via Zulu. Metro traffic. Parking brake is off. 30,000 pounds of cargo on board for today's flight. Estimated time down to Dallas Love Field is about 2 hours and 25 minutes. So we're going to be departing off of runway 22 left here in Detroit. It's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. VREF speeds are 134, 134, 146. On the takeoff roll, after 80 knots, we'll only abort for engine fire, engine failure, or any sort of major issues with the aircraft. After V1, we will go airborne, declare an in-flight emergency. After assessing the situation, after we've run our checklists and we need to return to the airport, we'll notify air traffic control, get vectors back in. Other than that, normal departure instructions as briefed in Navigraph and standard calls for radio traffic on VATSIM. Departure briefing is complete. Got flaps 5 and indicating 5. FMC message telling us to verify our takeoff speeds. That is done. Actually, 134, 136, 146. Correction on the VREF. Before takeoff checklist, flaps set, stab trim set, landing lights on, strobe lights on, auto throttle is armed, transponder is set. Turn on the TCAS and the terrain radar. All right, one last little check around, make sure we're good to go, and we are good to go. Metro traffic, Swift flight 1319 departing runway 22 left, departure to the south, Detroit Metro. Owls! Hello, how are you, sir? I'm surprised to see you on board. Hope you're doing well. I am doing fantastic. And taking off. Airspeed's alive. "80 knots. Thrust is set." All right, positive rate of climb. Gear coming up. Hey, Frank, good to see you, sir. +1. I'm doing pretty good. How are you today? And flaps coming up. And passing through 4,700 for 380. So Owls, no live stream tonight? Or are you just taking it easy? All right, got an altitude restriction of 7,000 and below. And then once we pass ratio, we'll continue our climb out. Ah, good old Minecraft. Love it. Watch quite a few Minecraft videos, but I've never actually played it myself, so... It's weird that they keep you at 7,000 and below as you depart out of the immediate area, and that happens for the northbound tracks going out of Wayne Metro as well. And yeah, I could probably just delete the altitude restriction, but it really doesn't affect things that much. All right, after takeoff checklist, engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear up and off, flaps are up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Yeah, I think that is probably the case. But at 7,000 and below, pretty much if you're going anywhere out of Detroit's airspace generally, so. All right, up above 10,000 feet, all the landing lights are coming off. Lake Erie off to the left. And the city of Toledo just down and below. Every time I make the trip up to Detroit to go visit my parents, Toledo is that last little Ohio stop before you get into Michigan. It straddles the border. Passing through 18,000 feet into the flight levels, altimeter is going to standard. I am not running active sky on this flight. I just want to double check some of the settings that I changed in Prepare to make sure that we aren't getting any of that stuttering. But this is the first flight on VATSIM with those changes, and then the next flight that we do, we'll go ahead and run active sky for P3D and see how that all goes. Passing through 20,000 for 380. And we're well out of Detroit's sphere of influence. We'll go ahead and switch over to Unicom. Did not even see any other traffic on the ground in Detroit as we departed, so other than just the usual call-outs for taxiing takeoff. We'll skip the protocol off departure and just dump right onto the dark side, 22.8. £4,000 left in the center tank, and then we'll go ahead and turn the center tank pumps off. So, how is everybody's week going? How was everybody's 4th of July? Hopefully you all had fun with fireworks and did not get yourselves injured, maimed, or hospitalized. We had a really good time here. A little bit of a bittersweet and melancholy experience for me, but still had fun. Go see some fireworks on Wednesday the 3rd locally, and had a really good time. We got some primo parking arrangements, as my sister-in-law's husband is a lieutenant for one of the local police departments that is overseeing the crowds and stuff at this pre-4th of July event. So we literally got to sit just outside of Ground Zero where they were lighting off these mortars and stuff like that. It was a really cool experience, and boy was it loud, and my ears were ringing through the next morning. And then we did a little family get-together. My brother-in-law's got some swimming in. He did a beautiful brisket that turned out fantastic. Got a little bit of rain as we kind of lit off neighborhood fireworks, but it kind of all cleared out and we had a good time. And again, just kind of a melancholy and bittersweet experience for me, because this will be the last time that I'm with my ex-fiance's family before I head up to Detroit in the latter part of August, early September. Kind of sucks, but sometimes you gotta take what life dishes. And pick up the pieces and move on with life. And that's what Rebecca and I are doing. So both of us will be getting a new start in life. And we'll remain friends. Just not together as a couple anymore. see, CTAF frequency for Dallas Love is 123.7. In case we don't have air traffic control once we get down into the Dallas area. Check our altimeter and stuff a little bit later on. Barometric minimums will be set to 687. Approach course is going to be 313 degrees. That's going to be the ILS 31 right for arrival. And we'll verify our final approach speed and our altimeter as we get closer to Dallas. And again, if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. My name is Michael. This is Sky's Limit Aviation channel. We're doing some DHL cargo ops. And this is Swift Flight 1319. And we're flying the PMDG 737-800. Is the Boeing converted freighter. We got that out of our mouths. So I had to adjust the saturation settings in the flight sim because it was not a very bright yellow. It was this really subdued, kind of mellow yellow color per se. And adjusted the saturation just a bit to bring the yellow out in the aircraft. So, but anywho, passing through flight level 360 for 38. The more and more that I fly the PMDG 737, oh God, the more, I mean, the more I love it, seriously. It has literally been my go-to aircraft in prepared since I really learned it. And all that. It's just a great aircraft to fly now that I've got the hang of it. I can almost do it without even looking at my checklists, of which I do have I did a custom checklist of my own. The link is in the video description if you want to download that, or my checklist for the PMDG 777. And 1,000 feet to go. Let's go ahead and let's see, Houston Center's online. Fort Worth is offline today. Just in case, let's go ahead and pull up my METAR app. And let's check the weather in Dallas. For shits, grins, and giggles, even though We're not really running weather. Or I may turn it on for the last half of the flight. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, winds are 320 at 6 knots. Unlimited visibility. Temperatures 35 Celsius. Dew point 30, or excuse me, dew point's 15. Few clouds at 8. Few clouds at 25,000 feet. Altimeter's 29990. And that's as of about an hour ago, so they're due for an update. But that's the current weather at Dallas Love Field. So I'll make a decision as we get a little closer if I want to go ahead and turn on active sky. But so far so good. I was very surprised to see Owls on the live stream for a couple minutes to say hi. That was very nice of him to drop by for a second. Didn't look like he's live streaming today, so like he was according to his YouTube page, looks like he was doing Incheon to Hong Kong yesterday in the PMDG 777, which just got released not long ago into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm seeing a lot of 777s in the air on the VATSIM network. Mickey Mike has been Mickey Mike is not live streaming either, so ahead and throw some of our background music on. Now we're sitting up here at cruise. So if you're on the live stream and you're enjoying today's video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help us get to 500 subscribers. I would really, really appreciate it. We're at 461 right now. And very proud of that achievement, but I think we can do better than that. So I was having a little bit of a look at aviation news, and several noteworthy things. One of the big announcements today was from Delta Airlines and Riyadh Air in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, announcing a partnership. They will become codeshare partners. Delta will start flying into Riyadh in 2025. And Riyadh Air, as a codeshare partner of Delta and SkyTeam, will be offering flights around the Middle East within their network. So that was a bit of news today, which is very surprising since Delta in the past has been very quote-unquote hostile to Middle Eastern carriers. And that's quite a turnaround coming from Delta. based on past history when Qatar started flying into Atlanta, and whether or not it's true or not, and I have some inside sources that say, yeah, that Delta had a little bit of a butthurt grudge and deliberately put an aircraft on one gate that can handle the A380 in Atlanta. And when Qatar came in for their inaugural, which was God only know how many years ago that was, but I was down there for it, they had to park on the ramp and bring out air stairs and buses to get the passengers over to the terminal. So that was a little bit of contention. And Boeing is going to be pleading guilty. Was the other big bit of aviation news? Boeing, new jet deliveries from Boeing are down significantly amid all their legal and production issues, since they are pleading guilty to whole 737 MAX debacle. Sales literally decreased by 95% over what they were last year. So, yeah. But yeah, Boeing is dealing with a lot right now. I hope they can overcome it and be a better manufacturer as a result. Other aviation news. So apparently, a Delta Airlines flight served spoiled and moldy food to passengers on a flight to... It was a flight from Detroit to Amsterdam. They diverted into JFK after they discovered the in-flight meals had gone bad. I kind of put the blame on the catering for that. And let's see, United had another incident of an aircraft losing a tire, this time out at LAX. A United 757 dropped a main gear tire, and there's actually video of it bouncing down the runway after the plane departed, and they continued on to Denver and declared an emergency, but landed safely. That's the second time in 1 year. Last time was a United 777 flying out of San Francisco that lost a main gear tire, and it landed in an employee parking lot and destroyed a couple of cars. So not good for United, and just adds more fuel to the fire because these were both Boeing aircraft, both the 777 and the 757 manufactured by Boeing. But that just made an already bad situation that much worse. But in reality, the tires separating after takeoff is not a Boeing thing. That's more a airline maintenance issue. So NTSB released their final report on ASA 212, where the cargo flight had declared an emergency and was landing at Rayford West Airport up in North Carolina, and the co-pilot either fell or jumped to his death from the aircraft. Actually, it wasn't a cargo flight. It was a skydiving operation, but details revealed that the incident occurred during a skydiving operation. Pilots were on approach to pick up another group, and the approach was stable until the aircraft descended below the trees and encountered some wind shear. The aircraft initiated a go-around, but before they could establish a climb, the right main landing gear hit the runway and detached. They declared an emergency and diverted to a larger airport. And according to the unnamed pilot in command, the co-pilot became visibly upset following the hard landing, and to quote the report, he proceeded to open the side cockpit window and lower the ramp in the back of the aircraft, indicated he needed air. He apologized, left the seat, removed his headset, and ran out of the airplane via the aft ramp door. According to the NTSB report, although the pilot in command and the operator reported that the second in command's departure from the aircraft was an intentional act, there was insufficient information to support that assertion. Ultimately, the probable cause was the aircraft's encounter with wind shear, which resulted in a hard landing and separation of the right main landing gear, and the pilot's subsequent decision to leave his seat during the flight, which resulted in his falling from the aircraft. And that's kind of it for the latest big things in aviation news. So pretty crazy. Either way that you look at it. Do our approach reference stuff real quick. Beautiful day for flying. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn on active sky. Let's go ahead and run with the weather for a little while. And see how we do. See if we've worked out any of these little bugs that we've had here. The active sky is throwing some lightning in some of these clouds, but it's definitely not visualizing it on the it's not showing the active weather at all. Go. You know, hopefully as we get around this system, we'll get a little less lightning, hopefully. Let's see what's off on our... Okay. So I suspect the lightning's coming from these clouds over here. So one of the things I also did the other day was and we're picking up somebody else's KVLA's automated weather. We'll go ahead and tune out of Unicom for a quick little bit. I wonder if there is a way to options visibility. Clouds, multi-layer. Is there a lightning? Wind options and effects. Wait, turbulence. Enhance turbulence. Disable winds aloft. Fog layering. Audio. Yeah, I don't believe there's a way to really adjust the lightning per se. Okay, says prevent thunderstorms when CB reported. I don't know that that's going to really make that big of a difference. Okay, we are just about down to 0 in the center wing tank. Let's go ahead and shut those pumps off. Yeah, it really just kind of gives more of a kind of general thing, because other people report flickering when there's not thunderstorms reported in the area. Which is weird, but we're not getting any more lightning flickering, so maybe that has solved it. And jump back over to Unicom, and looks like we're out of range with the automated weather observation, KVLA, so we'll drop back by. And if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. We're doing some DHL cargo ops as Swift Flight 1319, flying the PMDG 737-800 Boeing converted freighter. Currently sitting at 38,000 feet, heading down to Dallas Love Field. About an hour and 12 minutes from our arrival into Dallas. Glad to have you on board. Check our weather again at Dallas Love Field. Should be updated by now. Winds are now 360 at 5, gusting to 17 knots. Temperature's 34 Celsius, dew point 15, unlimited visibility, a few clouds at 8,000, scattered at 25, 2991 is the updated altimeter. And with us being a little over an hour out from landing, we'll double check the ATIS and weather information as we get closer to our top of descent. And again, we're glad to have you on board the flight today. Okay, we're still a little ways from our top of descent, but I am going to take a quick break and step off the flight deck, check on the better half downstairs, and we'll be back shortly with just under 59 minutes until we arrive at Dallas Love. So enjoy the background music, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, everybody, we are back on the flight deck of the PMDG 737-800 for DHL, also known as SwiftAir, and this is SwiftAir 1319. Service down to Dallas Love Field from Detroit. Currently sitting at 38,000 feet. Having a grand old time flying today. Still a little ways from our top of descent. Probably another good 150, 160 nautical miles. Actually, about 170, 180 nautical miles left before we hit our top of descent. So glad to have you on board. About 36 minutes or so from our arrival into Dallas Love Field. Go ahead and check the weather once again on our METAR app. And winds are still 360, 5 knots gusting to 17, unlimited visibility, temperature 34, dew point 15, few clouds at 8,000, scattered at 25, 29901 remains our altimeter. Two, 3, 7 is the CTAF, and 11.5 is our ILS frequency for runway 31 left. About 90 nautical miles from our top of descent currently. Should be about 10 minutes from now. Actually, about 12 minutes from now. Be a flaps 30 landing. 149 will be our VREF speed. Center fuel tanks are already off. We will not need any anti-icing. Crossfeed will remain on, and we'll turn on the put the engine start selector switches to continuous before top of descent. Auto brakes will be set to 2. Radio and barometric minimums are set at 687 feet, and the nav radios and the ILS are plugged in, and we are ready to go. Check our pressurization. Landing altitude is about 470 feet. We'll just bump it to 500, and that will work for us. Still a nice 67 knot headwind on us. Closing in on our top of descent. A little less than 50 nautical miles left to go. For our arrival briefing, this is going to be a flaps 30 landing on runway 31 right. This will be a ILS localizer approach into Dallas Love Field. And it'll be auto brake setting of 2. And we should be able to just jump off at around Alpha 5, which will be a right turn, off of the runway, and then another right turn onto Alpha, and then just a quick taxi over to the cargo building, which is just next door to where Signature is. In the event of a missed approach or go around, we'll follow the published instructions, which are climb to 1,000 feet and then a climbing right turn to 5,000 on a 330 heading outbound to the Charlie Victor X-ray VOR to the Foxtrot India November Golf Romeo fix, and we will hold there. And reconfigure for a second try. That is our approach and landing briefing. Our first altitude restriction, and we're just setting it for the low end, which is 24,000 feet. So we have to cross venue between 240 and between flight level 240 and 300. Since we're about 30 miles from our top of descent, let's one last time double check the METAR. And that updated 5 minutes ago, or about 15 minutes ago. Winds are 040 at 5 knots. Few clouds at 8,000, few clouds at 8,000, scattered at 25,000, unlimited visibility, temperatures 33, dew point 16. Double check and make sure. We're still using 3-1 right, and we are. So we'll continue on the ILS 3-1 right for our arrival into Dallas Love. And we're approximately 23 minutes from our arrivals. We should be starting our descent momentarily. And 299.2 is now the altimeter in Dallas. And turn off our background music and bring back our inside the aircraft audio. All right, starting down into the Dallas area. Yeah, dialed in 9,000 feet for our next altitude waypoint on the way down. And if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. My name is Michael. This is Sky's Limit Aviation channel. We're continuing our descent into the Dallas, Texas area, landing at Dallas Love Field. This is Swift Flight 1319, doing cargo ops with DHL. Out of the flight levels below 18,000 feet, we'll go ahead and reset our altimeter. And we're down below 10,000 feet. We'll go ahead and switch over to CTAF for Dallas.
Southwest 2353 says back from Gate 3, Dallas traffic.
Dallas traffic, Swift flight 1319 on the downwind for the ILS 31 right approach, Dallas.
Southwest 2353. Section runway 31 right and holding short via Romeo, Bravo, Mike 1. Dallas traffic.
We'll extend our downwind out just a skosh, and then we'll go ahead and make our right base turn.
Never mind, this is Bravo Mike, Southwest 2358, says holding short 36. To hold short 36. Right.
Is he at Dallas? I don't think Dallas has a 36 right. All right, 1,000 to go.
SWQ 1319. Southwest 2353.
This is Swift Flight 1319. Go ahead.
How far are you out from the airport? Southwest 2353.
If you're departing, go ahead. I'm extending my downwind just a skosh to set up for the ILS.
Copy that. We'll make it quick.
All right. Copy that. I'm about 5 minutes out anyways.
All right.
Dallas traffic, Swift Flight 1319, turning right base. ILS 31 right approach, Dallas.
We'll notify you when we're clear to the runway Southwest 2353. Southwest 2353, taking out 36 right. South turn. Southwest 2353 is clear, runway 36 left. Southwest 2353 is at flight level 174, final call. South Turn.
Okay. Flaps 10. Flaps 10 indicated. Dallas traffic, Swift flight 1319, turning final, ILS runway 31 right approach, Dallas. Field in sight. Dallas traffic, Swift flight 1319, 10-mile final, ILS runway 31 right, Dallas. On the localizer, glide slope is active. Glide slope is alive, gear coming down. Flaps 15. Landing checklist. Engine start switches to continuous. Speed brakes armed. Landing gear down. Landing checklist is complete. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Dallas traffic, Swift flight 1319, short final, runway 31 right, Dallas. Landing.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
$80 knots. And we'll go ahead and jump off on Alpha. Dallas traffic, Swift flight 1319, clear of active, heading over to the cargo ramp at Signature via Alpha, Dallas. Flaps coming up, spoilers are coming down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas Love Field. And we'll be jumping off, not at this left turn, but the next left. Stop right here for just a quick second. Okay, parking brake set. Bit too far and to the left. Okay. Hey, VA, how are you, sir?
Crew bus is coming.
You're just in time for the end of the live stream. Was a good flight, though. Had a great time. All right, shutdown checklist. Parking brake set, electrical, we're on external power. Start levers are cut off, auto brakes are off, window heat off, anti-ice off, hydraulics off, passenger no smoking signs are off, anti-collision lights off, taxi runway turn-off lights off, fuel pumps are off, isolation valve is open, packs are on auto, APU engine bleeds are on, flaps are up. Shutdown checklist is complete. And there goes the baggage cart driving across the grass into parts unknown. Arrivederci. So on the Navigraph charts, I found no designated cargo area. So I had to look at a satellite map to see where what appeared to be some cargo planes were sitting, and it was right here next to Signature. Signature is just off to the right of us. And those buildings right there, and there was a 737 cargo plane parked here, so I had to go into Airport Design Editor and set up a cargo spot. So I had somewhere to park here at Love Field, and I also corrected the gate numbering at the terminal as well, so next time that I'm here it'll be accurate. So boom, and the crew bus drives through the conveyor belt loader. And off it goes, driving down the taxiway. And with that, that's going to do it for the live stream for tonight. And yeah, I do see where I did park just a little bit to the left. So, anyways, great live stream tonight, everybody. No stuttering or stammering, so knock on wood, I think we might have fixed our problem. But we'll double check and hope that that's holds true on the next flight. Go ahead and pirate that. 132 minutes. We got here just a little bit early today. Next flight is going to be FedEx, and we're going to go from, we're going to jump quickly over to Dallas, Fort Worth, and then fly up to Memphis. That'll be our next flight, FedEx 410. And we'll go ahead and disconnect off the VATSIM network. And looks like we are all set, and there goes our cargo down the grass. Adios, amigos. Anyways, that's going to do it for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody stopping in. All the unknowns who didn't say hi. Owls from his YouTube channel stopping by for a couple minutes to say hi. Good to absolutely see you. Frank for dropping in, and VA coming in at the last minute. appreciate all of you and everybody else who watched the live stream today. Even though you might not have said anything in the chat, I appreciate you very much. If you like tonight's live stream, hit that like button. Support the channel by subscribing. It really means a great deal to me that you support the channel that way. We're closing in on 500 subscribers, only 39 left to go. As we watch the baggage cart with our precious cargo cross the active runway. And hopefully no plane smashes into it and scatters all of our precious cargo. And off he goes into the sunset. That's gonna do it. Peace to everybody. And we'll probably do another live stream. Yeah, let's see. Tomorrow we got something going on, so I don't know if I get home in time. I might do a live stream. If not, I'll try to do one on Thursday or Friday. Saturday, we definitely have plans, so no live stream on Saturday. Probably definitely one on Sunday. I'll post some half-baked schedule on the community section of the channel. So once again, this is Michael at Sky's Limit Aviation Channel wishing you a wonderful rest of your Tuesday evening. We'll see you in the next video. See y'all for now. Bye-bye. Thanks, VA. You have a great week as well, sir.